The investigation continues today into the gas tanker explosion in the middle of a South LA neighborhood where 2 people were hurt.
CBS 2's Lesley Marin is live with the latest on the investigation for us. Hi, Lesley.
Good morning, Suzanne, Crystal. Well, right now the EPA and City Fire are both out here. They're behind this fence. That is where this 9,000-gallon gas tanker was sitting when it exploded. But right next door is the one home that has been completely destroyed. If you take a look at the front lawn here, you can see just how charred and how bad this was. People in this neighborhood now questioning why this fuel tank was sitting right next to their homes.
Me, my brother, and my mom, we couldn't go to sleep because we just felt so, sad.
It's been a rough 24 hours for 10-year-old Kayla Diaz. She was home with her brother and babysitter when a 9,000-gallon gas tanker exploded into flames right next to their apartment building.
All of a sudden, I hear all that, thudding, and I, run outside to check what it is. I look outside, seeing, a big explosion.
Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused the tanker to explode after it was reported leaking Sunday morning. 30 people, including Kayla's family, were forced out of their homes overnight as the EPA cleaned up hundreds of gallons of leftover fuel. This morning, residents were hesitant when they returned home.
Everyone's taking everything from the apartments and going to another place.
It was a really hard time for me because experiencing that I could have probably lost a home.
But one family did lose a home. Restoration crews were out boarding it up today. Fire crews say 2 women were inside. One was left with minor cuts while the other is suffering burns over 30% of her body. LA City officials placed a safety notice on the fence where the tanker was being stored on Slauson near Broadway. Drone Force 2 giving you a closer look at the damage. Just check out the large charred tanker. Meanwhile, LAPD and LAFD have launched investigations into why a 9,000-gallon gas tanker was allowed to be so close to so many families.
I just look at the explosion and think about what could have actually happened to me.
We know that this area is zoned for residential and business purposes. Now, we spoke to the owner of the land, but he would not tell us who owned that tanker. Well, despite people getting the chance to go back home today, we asked EPA officials here on site whether this area is safe since they are still doing cleanup. They told me they could not give me an answer. That's the latest from South LA. Lesley Marin.